All right, girl, this video is for you. This is for you to remember these moments. This is gratitude. This is what gratitude feels like when you have been deep in shadow work, when you have been struggling and not knowing what's going to happen in your life and feeling like everything is falling apart and you are struggling to make things happen for yourself and you are trying so hard to believe and you're making commitments every day to just keep going, to never give up. And then you have these beautiful moments where if you are willing to be vulnerable with yourself, if you are willing to step into that space of this is who I am, and you're willing to own it, and then share that beautiful voice with the world, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's messy, even when it's ugly, when you are willing to give that up, you're willing to do the work, right? Like, in order to receive something, you need to first give something. And you give to the universe by doing the work. And your reward for that is to receive community. It's to receive the things that you want. And I just had a complete stranger pour into me in ways that I needed to hear that. That is the universe. That is the mirror. That is the collective showing up. And all I can say is like, I am so grateful because I just met another soul sister that is gonna make sure that I don't fail. Like, that's what that feels like. That's what gratitude is. That's what it means to see another human in a way you've never seen them before. And to be like, I won't let you fail. I believe in you and I will never give up on you. And that is what we need to feel for ourselves. I haven't been able to say that for myself, but I can say that for so many women, that I tell them that I love them immediately, that I will never give up on them. And now that light is finally being poured into me, and I just feel so grateful that I know that I am building up a beautiful community of women that will never let me fail, ever. Even when I don't believe in myself, they will always believe in me. The universe will never leave me by myself, alone, without people there to lift me up when it's really, really tough. And I feel so grateful. Are you done cleaning?
No, why are you crying?
I'm crying because I am so grateful. Are you done cleaning? Are you done? It's an hour and a half past your bedtime. You need to go. Okay, well, you need to be done. Anyway, it's just like, remember these moments, Ashton. Like, remember them. Because gratitude is worth all of this. That darkness that you feel, it's not gonna be forever. There are people who believe in you. Please don't ever give up on yourself again. Don't ever let someone tell you that you can't do something. If you want it, it is yours, and the universe and people will rally to you. You are here to do amazing work. Do not waste another day worried about what other people are going to think of you, because that is one day further away from you being able to help the collective, to be able to help heal all of these wounds. Your work matters. Your voice matters. Please never give up on yourself again. Just show up one day at a time. Be there when you can. Heal as much as you can. And don't be afraid to do the work. That darkness is not going to last forever. And people are going to show up for you. They are. Things will always get better. Always. And you don't have to wait. You can decide right now to get started. Today. Something small. You don't want to look back on all of this and think, why didn't I get started sooner? Just get started. Do the research now. Gain the knowledge. Ask some questions. Pray about it. Tell your friends about it. Post about it. Let the universe know that you're serious. Like, that's all it takes. That's it. That one little spark. That one motion. You just keep it going. And the doors will just open for you. You have to believe in it. And it is not going to be perfect. And it is not perfect right now. But today has been a day of clarity. And you deserve the entire world. You deserve to have a house that is yours. And you should no longer accept things that you don't want. That is not with your consent. You don't need to take on anybody else's baggage. That goes for what happens in your house. You don't need to accept furniture, things. You don't need to accept anything for your house that you don't want to. And from the emotional side, you don't need to accept anybody else's baggage. They don't need to come with all of their stuff and say, I want to put it in your house. I want to put it in your vessel. And that you just take it on. It's okay for you to be like, I can't accept that. I'm sorry. Thank you, but no thank you. That's okay. That's what you're here to learn. That's what you're here to do. That's what you're here to feel. Like, your house is a physical representation of your inner world. So what is happening in your house right now? For me, so much of this furniture was either given to me or purchased really cheaply. It wasn't stuff that I really wanted. It was just stuff that I needed to get by. And like, I was just like, I'm gonna make do with what I have. I just need to create a home. I need to create a safe place for myself. And that I did. I created my vessel. And then inside of my vessel, I was allowing people to drop off things that like I'm never gonna use, I don't want. And I would accept them anyways because I wanted to be gracious. I was afraid to stop the flow of abundance if I said no because I didn't like it. And really what was happening is I was like a dumping ground. And so now people do it in a way to like, they want to help, but you have to like feel it in your body. Like, they may have the best of intentions, but it might just not be good for you. And like, it just might not fit the vibe for you, and it may just not be something that you want, and it's okay. You don't have to accept every single thing that is given to you. Like, it's okay. And now here I am, like, I'm trying to clean my house. That my physical clarity is what gives me mental clarity. If you clean up your house and you get rid of all the stuff that you don't need, all the things that you look at where you're like, fuck, I need to deal with this, like, deal with it, because that clears up a little spot in your brain where you don't have to feel overwhelmed that you haven't dealt with it. You don't have to feel like you have to do any of these things. Like, it's already done. What's up?
Can I use one of those things that aren't screws that you just push into the wall?
Thumbtacks?
Yeah.
You can use those later. I've asked you to clean up your marbles and you need to brush your teeth. Are all of the marbles cleaned up?
Well, I want to use my solder marble set.
No, put them all away. London, I said all of your toys need to get put away, London. So that way we're not stressed out about having stuff all over the house. Please just put it away every night, kid. Every night. Everything needs to get picked up and put away. So that when we wake up in the morning, London, when...
I don't want to destroy this.
London.
I don't want to destroy it.
Then set it very nicely on top of your table and put everything else away. Everything else. There better be nothing on your floor. That way we don't wake up to just complete chaos. Everything needs to start getting put away. And I am just realizing in this physical clarity, I'm cleaning things up. I'm like in the process of putting things away, but I felt like I'm washing dishes, but I felt like I had to do this first because this felt much more emotional, and like I've not done a video journal. But this feels like an important moment, and I feel like I will send this out and I will share it on social media, and it will be a thing. That this is going to be important. This moment is really, really important. And it's, you have to believe in yourself.
I need help.
And just look at your house.
I need help zipping that up.
Okay, then please bring it here. Seriously, look at your house. If you live with other people, take that into consideration, and how those different people and those different dynamics in your house, because every person, every instance, everything that we meet is a mirror of ourselves. Your house is a reflection of your inner world. So if you live by yourself, it's a reflection of your inner world. If you live with roommates, if you live with family members, if you live with whomever, that's a reflection of your inner world. And each one of those people, those relationships, are playing out a different role in your being. They're playing out a different role in your head. Every interaction, it's playing out something. It's a lesson, it's a thing, it's a something that you believe about yourself. You're playing out that narrative within these relationships with people. So whatever it is that you think about yourself, you are confirming within these relationships of every single person. And so you have to be really, really mindful of that, of who is in your space, because they are in your head, they are in your thought process, they are in just trying to move through daily life. So if your house is chaos, if it's not safe, then oftentimes it's not safe in your body either. It's not safe in your head. Yes.
I found this in
Please.
the train building Lego.
Okay, so please put that in with the art supplies.
Yeah.
My relationship to my kid and the issues and the struggles that we have are playing a narrative of my own childhood. They're playing a narrative of boundaries within me. He's forcing me to learn how to set boundaries, and these are all different interactions of things that you've signed up for, of things that you've asked, lessons you've asked for, and you have to be really, really aware of that. My house has been in disarray. It's been a space of like work and only work, not a space that like I can live in, that I can feel safe in. It's been a space of like just work. And I haven't had that like safety, you know. Everything has been just for functionality. It hasn't been because it made me feel good. And now I'm trying to change that, which is exactly how I'm trying to change the relationships within myself and within my own body, is I'm trying to just be okay with being me. I'm trying to figure out who I am, and that means figure out who my space is. I'm trying to let go of people and interactions and thought processes that I no longer want. And as I go to clear them out, just like I'm clearing out my own house, I'm looking at them. I'm remembering the moment that, you know, someone gave me all this fabric, right? Like I'm remembering, I was looking at fabric today, and I'm remembering how I got that fabric. And I got that fabric from when COVID happened, when our island shut down, when I had to suddenly start making masks, and it was expensive, and I didn't have money to be spending on fabric, and people were donating fabric, and how I got connected with one of these beautiful people in my life, Barb, who is the mom of the owner of Kona Bay Books, who London and I adore. We got connected with her because a friend of mine connected with her. She was making bags, these really beautiful bags here on this island, and she was giving away fabric to people who were mask makers. And so she actually donated a bunch of fabric so that I could continue to service this community and make masks. And so I'm looking at this fabric that I didn't end up using, and I'm remembering that, and I'm remembering that like that was given to me to help the community, and that piece of fabric needs to go back to the community, and realizing that like I have this physical story, this thing that happened that I have held on to, and that I felt like I needed to accept. And even when the mask business, like I wanted to get out of it, you can fill that up when I wanted, because it's empty right now. Now I don't want to look at it again. It's like such a sore point, everything that happened after that. Like I don't want to look at any of the fabric that has anything to do with masks, but I have felt guilty giving it up because of that story that was attached to it. And because I know that, you know, this was a time when we all needed this stuff, and I'm kind of scared that we're gonna have to go back into some weird thing, and so I've held on to it. But the fact of the matter is, like, that's occupying a brain space of mine, because it is a physical thing that's cluttering at my house, that is not allowing for something that I really want to move in. Some really beautiful piece of furniture, something, like, those things add up, just like they add up in our minds. That feeling that you have associated with those things, those are cluttering your mind. And so when you get a chance to actually physically remove those things, you also are physically, like, cleaning up your mind. You're not going to think about them anymore. Once that fabric's out of my house, like, guaranteed I'm not going to think about it. Like, maybe it'll come up every once in a while. I'll see a mask, I'll see a thing, I'll see something that comes up, and I'll remember that. But I'm not going to remember if I have it physically here. Like, I'm not going to see it all the time. Please brush your teeth.
Mom?
Yes?
I can stay still on one leg.
Awesome. Beautiful. I love your balance. Please go brush your teeth. London, please go brush your teeth. So that is it. I haven't done video journals. I'm glad that I did. This feels important. 17 minutes of me rambling, but it feels important. I assume I will know what happens next. But until then, like, don't give up. Keep believing in yourself. People believe in you, and don't let them down. You were born to succeed. You were not born to fail. And nothing you have done has ever been a failure. It has all led to these moments, and these people, and these things. That hardship was meant for you. It wasn't meant for anybody else. And it is hard because you are being brought into the most amazing tribe. And you would not appreciate it, and you would not be brought to it, and you would not see them the way that you're going to see them had you not gone through this. So, thank you. Take it, do it, feel it. It is a part of you. You're about to do some amazing things in your life, and it's going to get really, really fun. And so you need to rest and still keep working on all things. Say sorry when you need to. They're gonna change. It's not gonna necessarily be. It'll be hard in a different way, but it.
And we're brushing our teeth too.
Yes, we are brushing our
teeth. I love you, Dad.
I need to get more toothpaste tomorrow.
Is this my dad?
Abundance is coming.
Is this my dad?
And just like with empty toothpaste, when it's done, if you feel like abundance isn't happening, go out and find a different one.
Mom?
Go out and ask for it. Just
Mom,
go out and get it.
Is this my dad?
Abundance is always right there.
Are you talking to my dad?
I'm not talking to Daddy. I'm talking to me, so that I can listen to this later and be reminded of these things. It's like a snapshot in history for me. I also don't know what today is. I was going to put it in here, but I'll just remember with the timestamp.
Can you also send it to Dad?
Bye.